describe your emotions as you addressed the team in the locker room after the game?
I felt very good for this football team, and I felt like in many ways it was a long time coming. But I told them that it was one win, and all the hard work that they put in this week and in past weeks, it finally paid off. But it's just one win, and so now we gotta, soak it in tonight. But we gotta get back to work on Monday and get ready for a very, very good Temple team.
Bill, Matt McGloin last week said after the game how badly he wanted to get a win, not for them, but for you. What does that mean to you when your quarterback is saying something like that?
Well, I've said this from day one, and it's really as it relates to this football team that's in that locker room right now. I really have I feel very close to this football team, as does our staff. And this is a great group of kids. When you really, when you think about it, all the things that they've been through, 18, 19, 20 years old, it's a pretty neat group of kids. And it's going to be, I don't think in your coaching career that you'll have a chance, in my opinion, to be around many groups of kids like this. And that says a lot coming from me, because I've been around some very special football teams. So, I just feel great for these football players here at Penn State today. That it?
Coach, the first win as a Penn State head coach, how's that feel for you? I mean, a couple tight games, could have had a couple weeks ago, last week a tight game, but to finally get it today, how's that feel?
Well, winning feels great, and obviously in the history of Penn State football, there's been a lot more wins than losses, and so it feels great. But again, it's only one win, and I feel really good for our players and our staff. I feel great. I thought the student body was just awesome today. They really did. I mean, they were just great, and just like I told the team, we got to get treatments tomorrow, take care of the bumps and bruises on Monday. We got to get ready for a very, very good Temple team who's coached by a good friend of mine, Steve Adazio, a very, very good team. So it's time to move forward pretty quickly here.
Bill, I wonder if you could talk about Allen Robinson. He got wide open a lot today there. Just about his emergency, 25 catches or whatever in the first 3 games.
Yeah, he's just a really good young receiver, and he works extremely hard at the game. He studies the game. He's a fantastic kid. He's just always got a smile on his face. Really, really enjoys playing here. He's just a fun guy to coach. He's like a lot of these guys, and feel great for Allen. And again, it's only 3 games for him, and he's had a very solid year to this point. But he knows, and we all know that he can get better, and that's what he's going to try to do starting Monday.
Hey Bill, can you give an update on some of the injured guys that didn't play today? How close they maybe were to playing today, and how close they are to returning?
I'd say that Donovan Smith should be ready to go for Temple, but again, probably check back in with me early in the week. Billy Belton, I think that was a tough ankle deal that he had, so we'll see how he's doing early in the week. Be day to day still, I would say. Who am I missing? Derek Day, that's a shoulder separation. That's a very painful injury, so that's a day-to-day deal. Ty Howell, our backup center, should be back for this Temple game. He's been out with a torn pec. He should be back. He's a very important part of that offensive line.
Massaro.
Who?
Massaro.
Massaro's, again, again, he's had some ups and downs with his knee. He's a very tough kid, and that'll you guys can ask me that from now until the end of the time. That's always going to be day to day. So why don't we just pencil that one in as day to day for this kid?
Bill, how about the tradition of singing at the end there? Could you speak to that? Are you a baritone or a bass?
I messed that up in the first game. I was supposed to do that in the first game, and I'm going to continue to talk to the band director about that because it felt really good doing it after a win. But with the Naval Academy and Penn State, what we agreed on today is that we would sing with their band at the end, and then they would come down and sing with our band, at the Penn State band. And I thought that was pretty neat. To me, that's what college football is all about, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Also, can you talk about the decision not to kick the field goal? You're up 20-0. He had missed an extra point. Could you speak to that?
think it was on the 8-yard line, and I just felt good about the play call. It had nothing to do with Sam Ficken. I just felt good about the play call that I had at that point, and obviously it didn't work out. We blew the protection on that, and you know, I wouldn't take that call back. Though. I just felt really good about that play call, and it didn't work out.
Hey, Bill, back to Allen Robinson in the middle. Is he? Is there anything particular when you watch it on film that is allowing him to get open all these times? And I know you mentioned earlier in the year that someone asked if he'd be your go-to receiver, and you mentioned how your offense more caters to having a lot of guys get the ball. Are you surprised that he's had so many receptions and everything?
No, not surprised. You know, you definitely would like to spread it around a little bit more than we have. Probably, I think we hit it. We threw to a bunch of guys today. I think there's probably a bunch of guys that had 1 or 2 catches. You know, I know that, but again, he's just a guy that runs. He plays a position that's always in a formation where he has a chance to be singled up. So a lot of times he's singled up, and that's part of the read. It's not like we're just saying, hey, throw to Allen Robinson no matter what. We never do that. Allen knows that, and Matt knows that, but he's part of the read, and he's done a really good job to this point of catching the football and making some plays.
Bill, the importance you thought of making the quarterback for Navy uncomfortable all game with pressure, and also specifically the play that Stanley and Hodges made in the red zone with the turnover when you guys were up 14-0.
Yeah, that was a big play because that was a fairly long drive. But just going back to the first question, Ted and I, we both have a lot of experience with option football, and we know that Navy is a very, very tough, very well-coached football team. So you gotta, in our experience against option football, you gotta try to change it up. You can't stay in one front, one coverage the whole game and expect them to, you know, expect yourselves to stop them. So we felt like that was a really good game plan. I thought Ted called a heck of a game, and more importantly, I thought the kids played great. And on that play, you know, those are guys. Sean Stanley is a guy that I should really mention more. He plays extremely hard. He was a captain today. Wish we had another guy. Wish we had for longer period of time. And they both. Gerald obviously is a heck of a football player. They both made a great play on that one.